What is going on, everybody? It's Mr. Affleck, 9916. Welcome back to the Jeff Davis Road to the Show. As you can see, the Dodgers are just a half a game ahead of the San Francisco Giants as we head into the final month of the year. This video will showcase the final month of the 2015 season. Jeff Davis batting 186. Not much is going to change over the course of this video for him overall. But as you can see, he gets us started out with a laser to the right side. That's going to get him 2 bases. He's going to round the corner and go for 3. But then he decides to go back to second. I don't think I realized that the second baseman still had the ball. I thought he had thrown it to third, or he was going to throw it to third. So a little base running blooper there. But I guess that silly stuff happens to all of us on the base pass sometimes. So I guess it's pretty funny when you look at it. But it gets the run in anyway. So our next game, we struggle really, really bad. 3 strikeouts in a row and a hit by a pitch as well to add injury to insult. I know this thing's backwards, but I guess it makes sense a little bit. And then 3 strikeouts and a double play. So really not playing well. We actually had 3 games in a row where we had the hat trick of striking out 3 times or more. We're only batting 182 in our last 10. I think what happened over the course of this video was as we got to the end, I started struggling because I was pressing and I knew that the season was almost over. And knowing that, we were in a tight playoff race the last month and knowing that our season would come down to these games, I think I just was anxious to what would happen. And I started pushing too hard is what happened. I just started swinging at everything and I just wanted the games to be over. I wanted to win so bad that I just sort of rushed through it. And also I think when I was playing, I wanted to get a video up soon as well, so I was just rushing through it, and I should have just waited a little bit to get this video up. I've actually been having some technical difficulties recently. iMovie's just been absolutely ridiculous. It's buggy so bad I actually had to remake this entire video. So this is the second time I'm voiceovering, and second time I cut all the clips out. I think what happened was I imported them as M2TS files. iMovie's better with MP4s, so I instead made them MP4 files, and that seemed to have worked. But overall, iMovie's just absolutely terrible recently, so I'm going to have to figure out some ways to speed up my computer. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but it just seems like nothing ever wants to load. I'm seeing black in these future clips here as I'm making this video right now, so I guess we'll see what happens. Jeff Davis with a nice little triple there. And then in his next game, we're in the bottom of the second, 3-2, bases loaded. I really want a grand slam one of these days, but what a great at-bat. I made it 3-2. I fouled off a tough pitch. It's just these long at-bats are really a sign. They make me feel good because I know that I can take pitches out of the zone, not swing at them. And as you can see, I just got a simple base hit up the middle. That's going to score 1. The runner comes around from third. He scores, so it scores 2 runs on the play. And then a little bit later in the very same game, actually, we're up 8-4 already. We're dominating against the Colorado Rockies, one of the teams that is chasing us in the division. If you saw earlier, we increased our division lead to 7 games, so it's like it's almost finalized for us. But Jeff gets another base hit there, and then in the 5th inning with 2 out, first pitch of the at-bat. One of the problems is I always swing at the first pitch, but this time I got a little lucky. The infielder dives and makes a nice play, but it's obviously too late for him to do anything. So that's my 3rd hit of the ball game. And then in the bottom of the 7th, a chance for a 4th hit in one game. And with the bases loaded, I get a pitch in the middle. A good choice to swing at it because it does end up being a sacrifice fly. So I go 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs in that game. So that's pretty awesome. 3 singles and the sac fly. But let's hear what they have to say about us.
Welcome back to the MLB pregame show as we prepare you for Game 2 of our series with the always important Topps Player Spotlight. Jeff Davis will be in the glow, and while he's been an everyday starter for some time now, he's been in a little bit of a funk for the last month or so, and what we're hearing are whispers that he's at risk of losing his starting job. Eric?
Well, from what I'm hearing, the club is frustrated with his inability to do what they expect of him. I certainly don't want to start saying that he's not trying or that he's being negligent to his job, but he is walking on thin ice now. And it's too bad because I think he's a talented ball player. So hopefully he can get back on the right track over the next couple of weeks and put this story to rest.
Okay, we're looking forward to this one. Lineups and first pitch on the show coming up next.
So, we were halfway through this second voiceover after the little talk about Jeff Davis, and iMovie decided to quit out on me because iMovie and voiceovers are major expletives. They're SOBs, and I'm very ticked off with it. So, probably going to get a new video editing software one of these days if things don't improve, if I can't figure out how to make it run better. But we'll see what happens as Jeff Davis maybe silences some of those critics you heard just a minute ago with the home run. You heard him say that the manager is considering taking him out of the starting lineup. So that's one thing I'll have to worry about. You know, coming down to the end of the year, these next couple weeks, which is what the rest of this video will consist of, Jeff is going to have to perform well, or else come 2016, he may start the season on the bench, or who knows, I might even be pushed down to AAA to start out the season. Obviously, I'd have spring training to try and improve my position if that was the case, but I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. It depends on how Jeff plays it out for the rest of the year. So, obviously, you know that he's been struggling recently, just batting .205 over the last month, so not very good performances whatsoever by Mr. Davis. Obviously, the home run and the base hit there can maybe try to say to the manager, hey, I'm all right. He gets his average up to 193. It was down in the 170s, so it is an improvement. But it's just not quite where it needs to be yet, you know. He just needs a little bit more work to be done. So, playing in Colorado, top of the third, Jeff Davis takes a pitch low. That's the pitches that I really, really need to do a better job laying off, but I do a wonderful job there. I don't swing at it, and then Jeff takes a pitch in the zone and gets a base hit. So it's amazing when I get the base hits. They're the better at bats every single time. It's unbelievable. So that's what I love to see. Unfortunately, we are losing the game, and I believe we end up losing that game. The next game in Colorado, it's 2-0 them again. I laced that one to the right side. On the second pitch of the at-bat, that puts me down 0-2. Pitcher winds up and delivers. That's below the zone, I believe, but I swing at it anyway. Those borderline pitches, I guess I can forgive myself because that could have been called a strike easily. Some of the umpires, obviously, are not very good with their calling. Some of them have high and low strike zones. There's another one. The pitcher's just working me real hard right here, so I just got to stay calm and wait for a pitch. I continue to do a good job by taking that curveball on the outside. And then on 1 and 2, I swing and miss at a pitch low in the zone, unfortunately. So it's just sad to see that happen. Yeah, I just can't hold up in these long at-bats all the time. But the worst part is that we lose another game. So we go to San Francisco. We're losing 2-1, an embarrassing swing on a pitch out of the zone. It's looking like it might be another long at-bat. But luckily, Jeff gets a good pitch here, and he hits a bomb to right field for a home run. That's his 6th, and, yeah, spoiler alert, his final home run of the 2015 regular season. He ends with 6. Not bad for a guy who's not meant to be a power hitter and who only played a partial season anyway. Had he played a full season, he might have been at 9 or 10, so I'll take it. It's his second in just 3 games. Take another look at that pitch. That one was right up in the zone. He hung a slider, and Jeff says, I'm taking this one out. As you can see, it hits off the top of the Giants' landing wall, almost in the ocean, almost in the Pacific Ocean, but yet again we lose the game. Now our lead is down to 5.5 games, so the Giants are starting to chip away just a little bit, but with just about a week left in the season, it's looking pretty good for us. We're playing against San Diego. We're winning in this game. Jeff Davis drawing a walk. Unfortunately, we get pounded 14-7 to a terrible team. So that drops us another game. It's down to 4 games now. And then in our next game, we're playing San Diego again, bottom of the 7th, 3-3. Jeff with a chance to put in a run, and he hits a line drive right off the pitcher's head. That would have been a base hit for sure. The second baseman runs in for the out, but obviously the attention goes straight to the pitcher. As it reads, the trainer has come out of the dugout to take a look at Birch Smith. Smith took a nasty shot to the head on the previous play and is feeling a little groggy. It's not believed he suffered a concussion, but he will need to be removed from the game. A scary moment there, but thank God he didn't get hurt. Unfortunately, we end up losing the game as Jeff just pops out there and our lead diminishes through this series in San Diego. We lose multiple games, as you're going to see right here. We're down to a 3-game lead. And what's going to happen? It gets even worse because we lose 2 more games in our next 2 games. And as you'll see in a moment, it's down to a 1-game lead with 3 games to play. What will happen? You'll have to see in the next episode. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm Mr. Affleck 9916. Next episode, we'll find out if Jeff Davis makes the playoffs. See you later.